There's renewed energy in both Cleveland and New Orleans after both below 500 squads got wins last week. But one of those wins won't turn into a streak. Who will ascend? Mr. 99, Austin quarterback Jesse Long might be the league's brightest rising star, now the highest rated player in the league. How will he handle Minnesota coming to town? And the Montana Silvertips might be in for a complete teardown if they can't slow down Dakota tonight. Will the Rhinos get tripped up again? Dakota lost round one. We'll watch it all tonight in the Virtual Zone. Week 13 continues right here on VFN. Sit back and enjoy the glory of 3 times the football as 90 minutes of UFL action starts now in New Orleans, in Austin, in Sioux Falls. Kick 1 is away. Kick 2 is away. And New Orleans bringing up the rear tonight as they pump up the hometown fans. The Claws 5-6 on the outside looking into the playoffs. But they have a golden opportunity here today. So does Jesse Long and the Austin Lone Stars. They are also at 5-6. Cleveland and Minnesota hoping to play spoiler. They've been playing much better football as of late. Dakota coming off of that historic UFL comeback, a 24-point come-from-behind win against the Phoenix Skyhawks as they take on the Montana Silvertips today. Strap in, there goes Mike Woodstone on the first play for Austin, 76 yards, touchdown Lone Stars. Haven't even gotten through our introductions yet. There's a number off the board. Woodstone goes untouched, and Austin is off and running here on game night. What a run from Woodstone. Jesse who? The focus has been on Long this week as he got up to 99 overall, but Woodstone on the very first play gets the score for the Austin Lone Stars, and the extra point is good, 7-0. On top of Minnesota early. That's the last thing that Minnesota wanted to see, as Montana, the only team coming off a loss tonight, is going to go 3 and out on the opening possession. You can see that they tried to give it. Looks like Cleveland on a 3rd down and 3 is also going to be short. They tried to get it to Jason Williams, and we mentioned at the top of the show about Montana potentially going through a rebuild. Jason Williams, K. Marion, all that's left in Montana right now. They are losers of 5 in a row. They are trying to find their footing. And tonight, the only team around the UFL coming off of a loss, the Montana Silvertips, are looking to just pound the ground game. Jason Williams is clearly the star of that Montana offense, and they worked on that offensive line with the run blocking, and they also worked on prioritizing Williams today, but so far not so good on the opening drive for the Silvertips. Out comes Whisker Lafouche and Doug Falk. Lafouche's first pass is caught down the field. There goes New Orleans on their first play. That's an 80-yard touchdown for the Claws. Austin and New Orleans both score on their opening possessions of this football game. And New Orleans takes a 6-0 lead. And just like that, we have our second 51-plus yard score of the evening. And that is that's a UFL first here tonight on the program, folks. I don't think we've ever had, maybe we've not even had any scores as Billy Flagg takes off and I believe got the first down. But that is definitely the first time here on game night that we have seen 2 scores on the first play of the opening drives, that coming from New Orleans and Austin chasing playoff spots and opportunities tonight. Dalton Brown on the carry. Check that. That's Ross, I believe, for Minnesota, as they are close to getting up to midfield. There you can see the quarterback of Cleveland, Shy Ronnie, warming up as the Bandits went empty on their opening drive. Hugo is nuts tonight. We have 8 different ways to win and 2 different cards per player. If you're not playing tonight, you're surely missing out. And here in the UFL, it's all about participation. If your team is active and engaged in what is going on as we get closer and closer to the playoffs, the more exciting things get. Of course, I was thinking about this earlier today, and we'll talk about some playoff dates coming up later on as Flag has started 0 for 2. Doug Falk is going to go play fake, and now he's going to sling it over the middle. That is caught to the 33-yard line. But I was thinking about the structure of the league as we get into the playoffs. You know, every team in the playoffs will win, which means that once we get into the playoffs, as Billy Flag launches one deep down the field, it's almost caught off the deflection. He starts 0 for 3. Dakota will have to punt. But in the playoffs, it's all going to be about engagement. That the only way to make your team better at that point is to be active and engaged in each individual broadcast in that final push for the postseason. This is Doug Falk deep down the field, and Tyler Falk, touchdown from 33 yards away, and Minnesota strikes back. Doug Falk, a rocket to his son inside the 10-yard line, beats the defense, and Minnesota scores a touchdown on their opening drive. The punt from Dakota down to the 2-yard line, so Montana's second possession is going to be deep into their own territory. Extra point for Minnesota is good. 7-7, 6-play, 76-yard drive. 8:53 to go in the first quarter. Third down and 4 for Cleveland. And that is a conversion for the first down. Jason Williams in a bit of trouble in the backfield. Actually going to be marked for a 1-yard loss. Dakota can smell blood. Suki Padre on the tackle, I believe. Good conversion there from Shairani. Over to Cash Carter. As the Bandits try to do what Minnesota did and respond, albeit their second drive. Second down and 11 at their own 1-yard line. Ronnie on what looked like to be a design quarterback draw. Gets it up to midfield. There goes Jason Williams, a little bit of space. Williams out to the 17-yard line, a pickup of 16 yards, and Montana gets some breathing room as they try to put it on the backs of their best player tonight. Jesse Long may be the best player in the UFL at this point, even though he leads the league in interceptions. Very Favre-esque as Jaden Swift takes the carry for the first down to the Cleveland 40-yard line. I think Long is also waiting for the day that he does not lead the league in interceptions. Mac Chima's getting close, Jesse. That pass caught by Marion. Blake Green is off to a 2 for 2 start for Montana. Cleveland at the New Orleans 40-yard line. Shairani's pass to the sideline is caught for a 9-yard pickup. Second down and 1 at the 31. Over the middle, Blake Green completes it. 3 for 3 now. Billy Flag still without a completion. Very cloudy, potentially stormy day in Sioux Falls. Good throw from Jesse Long. 2 for 2 for 36 yards. Nico right way on the catch. Picks up a nice chunk for the Lone Stars, wearing the All Blacks tonight. Coming up in prime time this evening, it is a monster game in Milwaukee where the new leader of the Great Lakes Division, the Milwaukee Stags, 6-5, hosting the 8-3 San Diego Wildcats, coming off a dominant victory over the San Jose Outlaws. Colin Northrup and Eric Vinson on that call. We'll see them a little bit later on as Mike Woodstone on his second carry gets 8. Second down and 2 for the Lone Stars on their second possession of the game. Williams on the carry, picks up a couple on that pitch. 3rd down and 14 coming up for Cleveland at the New Orleans 33-yard line after Swift was blown up in the backfield. Our first red zone appearance of the night comes from Austin. First down around about the 13-yard line, and Montana's putting a drive together. 4 for 4 for 41 yards. 1st and 10 at the Dakota 35-yard line. 3rd down and 14 for Ronnie. Ronnie gonna look for it all into the end zone. Jump ball is caught. Touchdown Cleveland, and would you believe it? It's from 33 yards away, the exact same yardage distance as Tyler Falk's touchdown. What a bomb from Ronnie. A jump ball in the end zone by Carter, and he held it in. There goes Jason Williams past the 30, 20, check that, 35-yard touchdown. And it's Williams' backup, ironically, Dorrell Buchanan with the score, a 35-yard touchdown for Montana. They take a 6-0 lead. Buchanan goes untouched. Who would have thought that Austin's red zone appearance would be the least exciting game going on right now? Montana takes the lead before Billy Flagg has completed a pass. 4:23 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Montana. Cleveland has tied the game 7 apiece with 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Tied at 7 in Austin. 3rd down and 10. No field goals so far today as Long's pass into the end zone is caught. They say he did not cross the plane with possession. The ball is out at the 1-yard line. Angel Maldonado with the grab, 1st and goal. Maybe we'll get a pylon cam on this. Yeah, he did look, oh, that's the wrong pylon cam. He did look a little short, at least on the first initial glance.
30 base.
JW seeing the go clause. That is the battle cry. Each team has one as Long's pass is caught from 1 yard. Touchdown for Angel Maldonado and the Austin Lone Stars. They go back up by 6. Right into your living room. Maldonado, we're looking at the feet. Make sure he doesn't step out of bounds. That is a good catch. Austin is 2 for 2. For Angel Maldonado this season, that is touchdown number 2. Ray Chapatulas has a 1st down. Billy Flagg's taking a deep shot. Almost caught. Are you kidding me? They said Coco did not get the feet in bounds. Wow, I wanted another look at that one. 3rd down and 9 coming up for Dakota. Billy Flagg has started 0 for 4. Montana's got the Rhinos number. Flagg on 3rd down and 9, going to take off and run. Billy Flagg's got a lot of space on the outside. There he goes. All the way to the 48-yard line, converting the 3rd down. Ari Mills in the house waiting for his Wildcats to get hunting. You see the updated playoff picture there in your upper left-hand corner after after the, I guess it would be the upper quarter. Anyway, Fresno at 6-6 after their loss to New Orleans. That was a tough pill to swallow. They are hanging on to the 8th seed right now as Liam Sykes gets the carry, his 3rd of the day, up to the Montana 40-yard line. But Austin playing tonight could potentially tie Fresno for that 8th spot. And remember, Austin beat Fresno in prime time, so they would hold the head-to-head. And the Austin Lone Stars would be the 3rd team out of the Southwest, ironically, to enter the playoff picture in the West. Wildcats and Rhinos, both 8-3, tied for 2nd place And both playing today as Billy Flagg takes off and runs again down to the 35-yard line. New Orleans is on the Cleveland 38, so we're following that action closely. Both Dakota and San Diego trying to separate from their wild card brethren and to get a little bit closer to Salt Lake, who is very close to being the first UFL team to clinch a playoff spot this season. 2nd down and 5 as Billy Flagg's pass is complete and down to the 1-yard line. That also would have been a 35-yard score. Now it could be a 1-yard score. That is Tony Horn Jr. with the grab. Dakota maybe hoping that he gets a little bit more involved in the offense. Petrovic with the sack on Doug Falk. Another sack on Falk as New Orleans gets into the red zone. Whisker LaFouche is firing on all cylinders. 4 for 4 for 105 yards. And Horn knocked the pylon cam over with his foot.
Go now, 18 Gator.
So Milwaukee in action tonight. New Orleans down there at 5 and 6, trying to catch up with Wichita and Cincinnati. Billy Flagg did not score. They said that he slid prior to getting into the end zone. So now it's 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. New Orleans is in the red zone at the 15-yard line. Hand off to Scott, and Seitz from 1 yard out scores a Dakota touchdown. Minnesota will have to punt following the incomplete pass on 3rd down and 17. Austin gets their first stop of the day. Let's go to 2nd and 1 at the 6 for New Orleans. Whisker LaFouche, threw it to the crab in the end zone. Too bad it wasn't any human on the squad. 3rd and 1 at the 6 now for New Orleans. Seitz back in the end zone for Dakota. An extra point away from tying this football game. The handoff goes to Mike Woodstone around the left side for Austin. And meanwhile, 3rd and 1 at the 6. That pass is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's the 2nd passing touchdown of the day for Whisker LaFouche. And the Claws answer back. New Orleans this season, the 2nd lowest scoring team in the league, averages just 17.7 points per game. They've got 13 on the board right now, 14 as the extra point is pending. There is now a booth review with 22 seconds to go. Jesse Long and the Lone Stars all the way down to the 28-yard line. What the heck did I miss? Well, you got to be fast if you want to keep up with Austin and Minnesota today. That was Mike Woodstone again with a big-time run. I guess I just missed the tail end of it. Didn't realize he was able to turn the corner and get all the way down to the 30-yard line. 109 yards on his first 3 carries. The touchdown has been confirmed in New Orleans, and the extra point is up and good. Everybody scored, and no one scored a field goal yet as Jesse Long flips that outside to right way over to the 24-yard line. 2.5 to go in the first quarter there as Austin fights for more points.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Jason Williams cut down in the backfield, a loss of 1. Angel Maldonado has Austin back in the red zone. The evolution of Jesse Long this season for Austin has been something that the Lone Stars could have only dreamed of. Remember at the start of the season, I mean, he was just a project kid. A rookie quarterback. Austin was full of turnovers and full of frustration. But as the season has gone on, as we've hit the end of the first quarter in Sioux Falls, the Austin Lone Stars are slowly becoming a problem in the Great West Conference. The handoff goes to Mike Woodstone, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage. That is easily his worst run of the day. Blake Green on a 3rd down and 8 for Montana. That pass could have been caught by Marion. It's the first incompletion for the Silvertips, and they'll have to punt it away. Second down and 10 at the 10 for Austin. Jesse Long's pass is caught at the 2. Play fake Shy Ronnie. First down and 10. Deep ball is caught for Cleveland at the New Orleans 48-yard line. And that's Annie Beaverhausen with the catch. Her first of the day. It goes for 29 yards. Yeah, 9 likes. Hit the like button, folks. 48 of you watching right now. Third down and 2 at the 2-yard line. Jesse Long is going to be taken down, a loss of 3 on the play. Fourth down and 5. That's going to mean an Austin field goal as Perry comes up with the sack, and Minnesota at least finally won't give up a touchdown on the drive. First and 10 for Shy Ronnie over the middle of the field. That is caught at the New Orleans 40-yard line. Larry Seitz with his 5th carry gets 3 yards. Second down and 7 at the 21-yard line. Field goal time in Austin from 22 yards away. That kick is up and good. Shy Ronnie on a second down and 2, going to take off and run. New Orleans had a spy on her, and there goes Tony Horn Jr. down the field. Is anybody going to catch him? All the way down to the 11-yard line. Billy Flagg is 2 for 6 for 102 yards, and Tony Horn has both of those catches. Third down and 1. I don't think that Cleveland got it. Fletcher with the TFL. A 4th and 2 decision coming up for Cleveland. New Orleans has been living in the bandit backfield here in the first half. After a slow start, Tony Horn Jr. injecting some life into the Dakota Rhino offense. Looks like Cleveland is going to elect a punt, try to pin New Orleans deep. Let's go into the red zone with Dakota at the 11-yard line. Billy Flagg going to run. Billy Flagg, stiff arm touchdown. Oh my goodness. Flagg with an impressive carry into the end zone. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season, and he blows past a linebacker. That was 204 pounds on 237 pounds. Billy Flagg with the 11-yard score. And Dakota, just like that, takes a 14-7 lead. Nice bounce back as Tyler Falk with another terrific contested catch. Picks up 20 yards to near midfield. Minnesota now your closest team to scoring position.
Ready, set.
Let's put them on the buses.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line for Minnesota. The handoff doesn't get much. Second down and 10 at the 48. 10:45 to go in the first half.
Ready, 70, Indy.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. You got 3 down.
Snap.
Doug Falk fires it down the field. Tyler Falk down to the 36-yard line. 10:10 to go in the first half. Tyler Falk very active here in the opening half of play for Minnesota. Jason Williams again trying to get around the outside, just not finding the space. Montana doing a lot of runs outside the tackles. Dakota's speed is getting to them. Doug Falk on a play action, threw an interception. Pass picked off for Austin and returned out to the 27-yard line. That is Randy Parker. Challenged, accepted. Doug Falk with the pick. Just interception number 9 on the season. Was looking for his son. He was well covered. Whisker Lafouche on the carry for New Orleans. Picks up 4 yards on his first carry. And Blake Green gets out of the jam. 5 of 6, hits Bradley down the field. Montana's got a first down. Four carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown for Mike Woodstone. Austin has scored on their 3 first possessions of the ball game. Long trying to make sure that continues. Pass caught. First down to the 44-yard line. Jesse Long is 11 for 11, 117 yards and a touchdown. He cannot be stopped right now. He's on fire. Shai Ronnie, 6 of 7, 103 yards, a touchdown, no picks. Second down and 8. Handoff to Jason Williams. Third down and 7 coming up.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
216 yards for Austin, 106 for Minnesota. 216. 9 minutes to go in the first half. There's another catch. Jesse Long's receiving core, loving it. Dakota, interception. Back the other way to midfield. The Rhinos are dominating the second quarter. Blake Green, an unfortunate interception. Let's get another look at that. Lower right. Wow. You can't really put that on Blake Green. For Michael Dixon going up to make the catch. And off the deflection, ball pops up in the air and Dakota is ready for it. There's a penalty on Cleveland, I think. That's a hold. Austin up to the Minnesota 40-yard line, and wow, Cleveland's going to be pushed back. 1st and 20. We'll check that. 2nd and 18. New Orleans actually wisely declines the penalty. Then on 2nd down and long, just a little flip out. That's not going to do anything. 3rd down and long. Jesse Long's got a first down. Up to the Minnesota 30. He is unconscious right now. 13 of 13. Flag, play fake, wide open to the sideline to the Montana 33-yard line. First down for the Rhinos. That pass hauled in by Tamario Dixon. A bouncing ball off of Swift that almost ended up as an interception for New Orleans. Look at upper left-hand corner. Watch this. Looking for Jaden Swift. It actually hits him in the shoulder and almost results in an interception. And that Cleveland drive blown up by that holding penalty on first down. Long flips that one out. Nobody's home. Instead, Larry Seitz has Dakota in the red zone down to the 13-yard line. Fortopia, what did they do? I remember when it was the SFL. It still is the SFL, but we've rebranded the channel because we launched a second league. This is the Virtual Football Network. The SFL's 25th season kicks off next week, and this is the inaugural UFL campaign. We are in week 13 right now, and if you want to catch up, the playoff picture is up in your upper right-hand corner. And for more information, you can visit UFL.football. We have all kinds of virtual football here on the program, on the channel, as New Orleans has another first down, 132 yards for Whisker Lafouche passing in the first half. Osbury has 110 of those. That was a 47-yard field goal for Austin, and that makes the score 20-7 over Minnesota. Handoff right up the middle. Seitz for the score. That went for 14 yards. And another Dakota touchdown. Man, Dakota was down 7-0. Billy Flagg was 0 for 2. before Dakota even had a chance to get the ball back. And they have scored now 21 unanswered points. And they are now quickly the highest scoring team of the day. 4-play, 50-yard drive off the interception, and Seitz had 33 of those yards. Fortopia, no, both leagues are considered of the professional ranks, just two different universes. So 6 minutes to go in the first half. Looks like New Orleans is closest to scoring position at the Cleveland 37-yard line. This is the third block of 4 here in week 13. Our final comes after the mini break, Wednesday, July 16th. Houston takes on Portland. That's a monster game in the West. Tennessee at Chicago. Phoenix at Washington. Los Angeles at San Jose. That is Wednesday, July 16th. 2-minute warning in New Orleans.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
5:20 to go in the first half. Fortopia, you can play Hugo, aka Bingo, tonight as well. And if you win, you get to help out your favorite team in the UFL, if you have one already. Your favorite town. You can check out all the teams at UFL.football. Your winnings can go directly to that operation. Totally free. So if you like the Dakota Rhinos and you want to give your winnings to them, that's the way that you can support your favorite team in the league. We play every single night of UFL competition. Nice run from Jason Williams on a 3rd down and 3. He moves the chains for Montana. 4:10 to go. The Silvertips trying to capture some sort of momentum. New Orleans is back in the red zone. This is crazy. Whisker Lafouche, 10 of 12 for 160 yards. Lafouche averages 174 per game. It is the second lowest passing output in the league. Lafouche going to take off and run from 14 yards out and slide at the 8-yard line. Jason Williams, another carry, his 15th of the first half. Montana definitely listening to their players, trying to play bully ball up front, but they're quickly falling behind and might have to abandon that approach. Doug Falk hit as he threw, with the pass is caught on a check down. Nice move by Ross, made 3 people miss. Lafouche has an 8-yard touchdown for New Orleans. What a tremendous first half for the Claws. Offensively, they are already over their season average in points per game. What a spin from Whisker. New Orleans up 20-7. Blake Green, deep shot, and again, Montana unable to hang on to it. And it's 4th down and 3. Montana's going to have to punt the football, and the drive will come up short, as did Minnesota's. Fortopia, this is Madden 20. However, I'm not talking sliders. I'm talking actual code. The back end of the code, situational AI, completely reworked. This is the only version of Madden out there with this coding, specifically designed to get the best out of AI versus AI gameplay and situational clock awareness, down and distance awareness, etc. As you can see, the highlight montage of Billy Flagg going across your screen in the lower right-hand corner. That pass nearly taken away. Jesse Long started 13 of 17. He somehow missed his last 4 passes. And all 3 games are almost identical scores, which is pretty wild. 21-7 Dakota. There's a deep shot. Deep shot by Flagg. Are you kidding me? That's 80 yards for number 80, Tamario Dixon. Touchdown Dakota. They score again. It's getting late early. Billy Flagg threw that from the 12-yard line. He got hammered, and the ball was caught at the 17. And if I do the math correctly, that is 71 yards in the air. Flagg to Nixon. Dakota burying the Silvertips at the bottom of the West.
The kicker on for the point after.
I tell you what, Madden 26 won't have all this code. You know, if VA wants the code, be happy to show them how to make a better game situationally, but don't think they care, folks. One timeout for Cleveland now, 2nd and 12 with 38 seconds to go in the first half. 2:19 to go. Montana has been hit with a frying pan in the second quarter. I mean, this is unbelievable. You know, Dakota, a couple of weeks ago, following their loss, Dakota had a game plan adjustment. And the game plan adjustment was attempt more deep passes and spread defenses out. You can't make that up. And what are they doing tonight against Montana? Long is sacked on 3rd down, so Minnesota's going to get off the field. Porsche with a Hugo card 50. Top right corner. Well, hold up just a minute. I need to update my board here. So that's a 28 for Dakota. On the 15th called number of the night. And you got it, Porsche, on one of our unique ways to win this evening. I think. Double check. It is a new night. No, actually, Porsche, I cannot confirm that. You need the 4 numbers in the corner plus the center. You've got a box of 4 in the middle plus a corner. Unless I'm missing something, that does not qualify as a Hugo right now. Oh, 4 corners plus middle. No, I don't have that either, Porsche. You only have 1 corner. That's 28. 3rd down and 1 for Blake Green. His pass is almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness. And Montana's going to have to punt again. Looks Cleveland did not finish off their recent drive with any points, so they had to punt it back to New Orleans. There's now 13 seconds to go in that game. Yeah, it was 4th down and 18. Cleveland had to punt it away. Montana's punt at least will pin Dakota down to the 3-yard line, but maybe Billy Flagg likes that. That is caught for Minnesota. Down to 1 timeout, 33 seconds to go. As the Chippers try to get more points on the board. All right, let's check Vincent's card. Hugo card 23. There you go. The corner square plus the center. You got it, Vincent. That is our first confirmed bingo of the night. Pass is caught down to the 4. 10-second runoff for Minnesota. It's got to be on this next play that they get it into the end zone. 2nd down and goal. Red zone time for Minnesota. 13 seconds left. Falk got to get this into the end zone. Falk cannot take a sack. Fires it incomplete. Down to 6 seconds left. It's now 3rd down and goal at the 4. Halftime in New Orleans, 21-7 Claws. 1:04 to go in the first half. And this is Flagg again. Tony Horn all the way to the 34-yard line. Falk down to 4, down to 3, down to 2. Lost the ball. Picked up by Austin. And that is how the half will end in Texas. Doug Falk, for the second time in 3 weeks, fumbles inside the 5-yard line. What a stop for the Austin Lone Stars as they hit the break.
Ready? 18 Gator.
I'm coming.
Clear. Ready?
Down to 50 seconds to go in the first half in Dakota. They are our last game playing in the first half. Robert Henson mentioning the offseason. It's interesting that you say that. I'll give an example. Like, let's take Austin, for example. If Jesse Long remains a 99 at the end of the season, depending upon the rest of the talent makeup on the team, he might either need to distribute that to some of his teammates, consider it a salary, right? Or Austin may be primed to lose talent in free agency that is unclaimed. The more claimed players you have, the less players can leave in the offseason, right? It makes total sense. If you've got 15 claimed players and none of them want to leave, well, the league's not going to ship you off somewhere where you don't want to go. But if a team has 5 claimed players, well, there's a lot of players that may be on the outside looking in that could make other teams better, or could be something that a contender is looking for example. So just give you an idea of what may be in store for the offseason around the UFL parts. Looking forward to evolving all of that with you guys in the offseason. Let's look around the league. 3rd down and 6 for New Orleans at their own 29. There's 11 seconds left for Dakota at the Montana 39. They could actually get more points on the board here as they hand the ball off the sights down to the 6-yard line, and Montana grabbed the face mask. Oh my goodness gracious. 1st and 10 on the 13. And with 6 seconds left, I think Dakota is going to have some time to take a crack at this. 5 seconds is when you typically just play it safe. But this is an opportunity here for Dakota. 6 seconds left, needs something quick on the 13-yard line. Flag, fires it short. That pass is caught, but he broke a tackle, and Dakota runs out of time. He needed to just get down. Did Nixon. An unfortunate missed opportunity there for Dakota. But the Rhinos did plenty in that second quarter. They are all over Montana right now, 28-7. Meanwhile, Whiskey Lafouche and the New Orleans offense continues to roll over Cleveland here today. The Claws probably playing their best game of the season right now, trying to extend that winning streak, get to 6-6, and really make things interesting in the East. New Orleans would be winners of 3 of their last 4 if this score holds, but plenty of football left. Whiskey Lafouche just did get that off. Another completion. That's Cameron Bailey down to the 26, 14 of 17 for 203 yards for Lafouche. Doug Falk firing over the middle of the field. That is complete to the 44-yard line of Austin. 12 of 16 now for Falk. Minnesota has 254 yards of offense. It's not like the Chippers are playing a bad game here today. New Orleans into the red zone, down to the 19-yard line. The 15th completion of the day for Whiskey Lafouche. Dakota will get the ball to start the second half in Sioux Falls. Don't forget, it is San Diego and Milwaukee coming up on prime time tonight. Colin Northrup and Eric Vincent on the call as Falk's pass a little bit behind Donnie Allegheny. Been a little quiet tonight. 2nd and 7 for New Orleans, 8:18 to go in the third quarter. Claws were 2-4 before turning the tide of their season. Doug Falk wide open, and Minnesota's got a first down to the Austin 24-yard line. Chippers putting something together here. New Orleans now facing a 3rd down and 2 at the 11 with 7:40 to go in the third quarter. And it doesn't get more wide open than that for the Chippers.
Check three.
Now.
Hand off to Ray Chapatulis down to the 7-yard line. First and goal, New Orleans. Another deep shot from Billy Flagg. He is 8 of 14 for 259 passing yards on 8 completions. That's over 30 yards of completion. Now Dakota is starting to look a little bit like their identity from before the season started when the team launched.
Come on, set.
Pick up a 4 on that check down to Seitz. That was a 3rd down, so Montana starts the second half with a stop. Play fake, first and goal. Lafouche into the end zone, incomplete. Second and goal coming up for New Orleans. This has been a long drive for the Claws.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Screen, watch the screen.
Second and goal at the 7 for New Orleans. Minnesota's in the red zone. Whisker Lafouche gonna take off and run. He is cut down at the 2. Another opportunity for a team to score from 2 yards out. Ross gets up to the 11-yard line for Minnesota.
Down. 18 Gator.
And come on out here, come get some.
From the 2, 3rd down and goal for New Orleans. Lafouche looking, taking off, slid before the goal line. 4th and goal at the 1. Lafouche trying to avoid the hit. Now it's decision time for New Orleans under 6 to play in the 3rd. Williams buried in the backfield again. New Orleans going to take the points. Doug Falk back to pass. That pass is nearly intercepted. 18-yard field goal for New Orleans is good. 18 and 24 off the board as the Claws extend their lead. Let's go to Austin. 2nd down and 10 for Minnesota at the 11-yard line of the Lone Stars. There's a penalty marker. 3rd down and 4 for Montana, and the pass was behind the intended receiver. Montana goes 3 and out on their opening possession of the 3rd quarter. Legal man downfield.
Still 2nd down.
For the Chippers will push them back to the 16.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read.
Two times. 4 down.
Big dribble.
2nd down and 15 now on a little delay. Dalton Brown on the carry, just 38 yards on 13 carries. 3rd down and 16 coming up for Minnesota. Great punt return for the Rhinos all the way up to the Montana 48-yard line. Billy Flagg, nearly 30 yards of completion.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
5:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 16 for Minnesota. Doug Falk dropping a throw. Falk firing into the end zone. And how was that not a touchdown? That was 3rd down and 16, and I think worth a challenge for Minnesota. Can we get another look at that? Did he drop it? Lower left-hand corner. He caught it. That's the only look we're going to get? And no chat. Wow, I don't know about that, man. Minnesota got jobbed. 34-yard field goal is almost blocked, and it's good. Wow. 10 and 34 come off the board. A couple of big-time field goals here on game night, but Minnesota should have had that touchdown. Instead, it's a 20-10 ball game. Deep shot from Shy Ronnie. That looked like a completion, but it's ruled incomplete on 3rd down. Cash Carter with the catch near the sideline. Can we get a good look at this one? Al didn't get the 2nd foot down. I think that one was a little bit easier to call. And Cleveland's got a punt again. Wow, tough night for the Bandits right now. 4:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. The offense just a fraction off tonight, and New Orleans playing out of their minds.
Ready. 10-2.
The most points the Claws have scored this season is 28. 15 carries, 89 yards for Chapatulis with 4:42 to go in the 3rd quarter. Woodstone, 5 carries for 110 yards. It's been the Jesse Long show, and for good reason. Minnesota actually has more total yards than Austin, 287 to 265, as Long delivers it to right way on the sideline. Billy Flagg going to take off and run inside the 20. Dakota's in the red zone, all the way down to the 9-yard line.
We got this.
The Rhinos are at it again. Second down and 6. Mike Woodstone right up the middle. No challenge. 125 yards on 6 carries for Woodstone as Austin continues to dominate Minnesota on the ground.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
First and goal at the 9 for Dakota. Flagg will hand it off. Liam Seitz down to the 2. Second down and goal again at the 2-yard line. If anybody's got 2 out there, my goodness, that is brutal. Second and goal at the 2. Can Dakota punch it in? Seitz, no. No gain, 80 yards on 13 carries, third down and goal. New Orleans has to punt. Cleveland's defense does get a stop.
Go! 60 outlaw.
Third and goal for Dakota. Out of the gun, Flagg hands it off. Seitz stopped short at the 1. Fourth and goal at the 1 for Dakota. A field goal would make it 31. Man, that was close. Right at the goal line. Saving the touchdown was Chase Evans. And Dakota will elect to take the field goal, an 18-yard chip shot to put them up 24 and give them 31-7. That kick is good. Austin is punting. Shy Ronnie with yet another carry. Check that, Jaden Swift on the carry for a Cleveland first down.
Set. 50, plant.
56.
Ready.
Doug Falk, 13 of 20, 224 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. By the way, if you are waiting
15.
for my calendar to open up to get your customizations done, you can expect an update on that during the break. I will have an updated calendar going through the conclusion of the SFL season, at least, so through October.
70, Indy.
Get you all situated and primed and ready for the playoffs and beyond here in the UFL. Second down and 7. Doug Falk's pass is complete as Minnesota tries to work their way out of their own territory. 20-10, a little precarious in Austin right now. Theodore Blackman with that last tackle, but Minnesota hanging in there. Blake Green and the Silvertips are not. Green started 6 of 7. He's 1 of his last 7 passes. On third down and 9, Annie Beaverhausen converts the first down, her third catch. 57 users were approaching a UFL record. If you're Cleveland, we haven't talked about the Bandits much tonight, but they're sitting at 3-8 right now, and things are awfully precarious for them, awfully precarious for Minnesota, also at 3-8. Only Denver and Chicago have 9 losses currently. Fourth down and 3 for Minnesota. They're going to have to punt the football away. Cleveland and Minnesota both need some comebacks. The upset alert button appears to be broken here today on game night. First down and 10, though, for Montana. Still a 3-score game, 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Good grab over the middle by Jermichael Dixon. Punt from Minnesota back to Austin. 2:04 to go in the third quarter. And let's check in on Montana now with a fresh set of downs with 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Cleveland on the run. Jaden Swift down to the New Orleans 40. That takes us to the end of the third quarter in Louisiana. Oh, a pick! Jesse Long with an interception. His 21st of the season. Minnesota's got some life. Brennan Allen with the takeaway. That was tight coverage over the middle of the field. Let's get another look at that. Long has been spectacular all day. But that throw, a little wayward. He was looking for his big tight end, Davian Grady, who's a little late getting there. Montana's got the ball up to the Dakota 35-yard line. And Brennan Allen, along with Randy Tremaine, the dynamic linebacker duo in Minnesota, has given the Chippers some new life. There's Dalton Brown's updated numbers. Shirani has Cleveland inside the 10 for a score. A 27-yard touchdown for Cleveland. The Bandits right back in it. Let's go to Austin, 2nd down and 8 at the 48 for Minnesota, trailing by 10. Breaking up 2 tackles. There go the Chippers all the way down to the 11-yard line into the red zone for Minnesota. 338 total yards. The extra point is good for Cleveland. They're down now just 10. So Minnesota and Cleveland putting up a fight. Jason Williams trying to put Montana on his back. Oh, the Chippers getting closer.
Ready, 30 base.
I got you.
First down and 10 at the 11-yard line for Minnesota. The handoff. Nope, play fake. Doug Falk going to take off and run. And the sack on the edge from Anderson puts them down, a loss of 6 yards. Montana's in the red zone, but stopped in the backfield short. Buchanan, 3rd down and 5 coming up. Brian Owens with the, that was Elsie Provost with the tackle. Shout out to the defenders playing today. Rick Kuhn, Suki Padre, Malachi, Mordecai, and Menachem Pfister. Mac Waller, Theodore Blackman, Jack Toulouse, all on defense today. Screen pass on 3rd down and 5 for Montana. That doesn't work out. Tyler Falk in the end zone, incomplete. 4th down and 5 for the Silvertips. They might kick a field goal and make it 21. Wow, 3rd down and 16 for Minnesota. 8 seconds to go in the 3rd. Doug Falk dropping a throw. Falk is gonna be sacked. That affects the field goal distance. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. McFadden, who had 4 sacks in Austin's last win, gets into the backfield for Minnesota and stunts the drive. End of the 3rd quarter in Sioux Falls, 31-7. Dakota all over Montana. They've scored 31 unanswered points as Tchoupitoulas reaches 100 yards. Now on 18 carries with 10:15 to go in the ball game. 4th and 5 to start the 4th quarter. Montana went for it. Hey, it's 3 scores regardless, but the pass was way overthrown. End of the 3rd quarter in Austin. 20-10 Lone Stars. This is a 38-yard field goal for Minnesota to make it 20-13. The field goal is up and good. 38 on the field goal, 13 on the scoreboard. It is a 1-score game in Austin on our 23rd called number of the evening. Liam Seitz takes off to the and lost a yard actually. 3rd and 11 coming up at the 13-yard line. Cleveland is desperate for a stop here. New Orleans trying to answer Cleveland's touchdown drive. 8:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Look at the hole up the middle. Ray picks up 10 more. 125 yards for Tchoupitoulas. Over 30 of them on this drive. Actually marked just short of a first down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Adam Wiseman calling for a Hugo on card 4. That is a second row horizontal. You got it? Our second confirmed one of the night. Woodstone, 7 carries for 125 yards. Brilliant performance. Jesse Long has been mostly good, but Minnesota still outgaining Austin at this point in the ball game with 11:53 on the clock. There goes Whisker Lafouche once again. 58 yards on 8 carries and a score. Second down and 6 for New Orleans. Cleveland cannot allow this to get back to a 3-score lead with 7 minutes to go.
Check.
Iggy's got one on card 46.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Did I miss something? Iggy, what'd I miss? Have I missed anything on the board? Mike Woodstone on the carry. Think outside the box, card 51. Ah, you got it, the 4 corners and the center. That's good. Who do you want to give that Hugo to, Think? You're everyone's favorite person right now. I know you've given 5 to LA and 5 to Motor City in the past. Congrats on your 3rd victory. Jesse Long's got a first down. New Orleans is going to have to settle for a field goal. 43-yard field goal for New Orleans. That keeps it a 2-score game in Louisiana. 27-14. Hugo card 38 for Rob Ems. Yeah, vertical down the first row. You got it. That is our 4th confirmed. Bingo. I think I got you already, didn't I? Yeah, you got it. Bingo card 66, R.E. Mills. A vertical down the center. You got that one as well. Spaced out +1 middle, 2 on the side, 2 middle, top and bottom. Man, Iggy, you could not have explained that any more confusing. It's hard watching 3 games and try to figure out what exactly. Hugo card 32, JW.
Number 53, Mike 53.
What am I missing, JW? Horizontal 4th row down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got it. You got it, JW. There goes. Oh, it's a fumble, and New Orleans has a touchdown. Austin, meanwhile, has gotten the 25-yard line. Look in the upper left-hand corner. Oh, that was Shy Ronnie. The ball was, there's a fumble in Austin as well. Oh, a dangerous game the Lone Stars are playing right now with 9 minutes to go. And I think Ronnie may have been down. Didn't get a good look at the Austin. Well, here we go. Jesse Long. There is no review in New Orleans, and now the Claws are going to go for 2. They have the most points they've scored this season. Lafouche's pass for a 2-point conversion is good. 35 points for New Orleans as Austin is in the red zone. We'll check that official fumble return yardage here in just a moment. On 4th down and 13, Montana just threw an interception. Provost with the pick. Okay, Iggy, I see it now. It's the, yeah, I got it, Iggy. You got it. That's a Yugo on card 46. Sorry for the delay. Abacadabro, did he just score for Austin?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
I do believe he just did. Immediately following the fumble, let's get another look at it. It was right on the 20-yard line. Wow, Minnesota, they were in this thing. They were only down one score. Oh, great slant route. Abacadabro for the score and the touchdown. Austin takes a 27-13 lead on a 20-yard score. And what happened there? Another turnover. Brandon with the interception. New Orleans is pouring it on. Unbelievable. The wheels have fallen off the Bandits here as Shai Ronnie was taking a deep shot. How did that get picked off? Can we get another look at that? Upper left-hand corner. Oh, we're not going to get this. Now I got to go back to my monitor here.
Down. 10-2 stop.
All day.
Let's go.
Minnesota's got to respond. I've not forgotten about that fumble return, folks. A lot is developing around the league right now. Oh, it was just off the deflection. Wow, what a terrific play for New Orleans defense. Man, the Claws, 207 rushing yards. They are owning this game right now. I mean, this has just been impressive. New Orleans this season has won games by 9, 7, 4, 8. This is the first time the Claws have really dominated an opponent, and they are 4:45 away from going to 6-6.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And Cleve with Shai Ronnie losing that football, I'm still not sure. That was a 26-yard fumble return. I just am not sure if that was a fumble or not. And another questionable call here this evening. Dakota's got to punt it away. 4:37 to go in that one. There's 6:10 left in Austin. They are the last game above 5 minutes. I got a lot to catch up on in the chat. If I've missed something important, tag the channel, please. Helps make it easier to see.
70, Indy.
Okay, the Vegas Devils are getting think outside the boxes +5 winnings today. Think when those get applied, I'll let you know on a future broadcast how the teams applied those points. It'll come after the each team's next loss.
Yo, Rocket, come on.
Single.
Thrilliams is in the Yugo chat asking me if that counts. Yes, that is a Yugo. Deep shot, Minnesota. You've got the center and then the 4 squares. So yes, Thrilliams has one. Unfortunately for Montana, things have not gone well for Thrilliams. 31-7. So Jason Williams with a Yugo. Yugo card number 27 for Ron Haynes. There's 5:12 left. We may not get any more numbers here. That's a horizontal across the top. You got it, Ron.
Automatic first down.
Ernest McCray with a Yugo on card 14. That's a horizontal down the bottom. That's a good one, Ernest.
We gotta get this stop.
Ready?
Let's go.
3 is, believe it or not off the board because nobody scored a field goal early on and there has not been a 3-yard touchdown. Chapatulis has this inside 2 minutes, continuing to tear up Cleveland. We are under 5 minutes in Austin, so that is the final number. 26 is the final number. The 2 does not count for the 2-point conversion, only the score. Mr. Churchill, 1 in the middle and 4 in any corner, or the corner in the graphic. 4 in any corner, Mr. Churchill. Deep shot into the end zone. Minnesota was going for it all. Now it's 4th and 17. They got to focus up here. Number 51, Think, did you get another one?
Motion man, watch 12, watch 12. 3.
4th row horizontal. I don't think so. Think, I don't know what you're looking at there. Deep shot on 4th down for Minnesota. That is no good. It looks like the comeback for Minnesota is going to fall just a little bit short. We're down to 8 seconds in New Orleans, as the Claws have salted this away. 6-6. New Orleans has entered the playoff picture chat, and they trail Miami in the Atlantic by just 2 games. Liam Seitz, 23 carries, now 104 yards. First down as Dakota salts away this game. Angel Maldonado, the player, or the, not the player of the game. The game's not over, but 106 yards on 7 receptions for Austin. The player of the game in New Orleans, Whisker Lafouche, 81% completion, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He was magnificent as Woodstone gets his 9th carry. 35 is missing from the list of numbers. You are correct, Rob. 35 was a called number from earlier. Ah, 35 got called earlier. Oh, that makes sense. It was 35 on the touchdown.
3 buzz.
But fortunately for you all that arrived late, you got to see it again as Woodstone picks up a first down for Austin. Mr. Churchill, card number 12, corner, and 1 in the middle. Yep, you got it. .37 was never called. Think outside the box. Card 51, as we play out the stretch here, none of these games are competitive, and Minnesota does not have the football. Ah, card 51, vertical. Yes, you got it. That's the second one, Think. You're a double winner tonight. Who's getting the next 5 boosts?
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Robert Brady, unfortunately, you cannot see all the numbers. We run them throughout the broadcast. And, you know, it's appointment viewing. Card 35 for Skip. In the middle, 4 in the corner. Yes, that is correct. You've got a Hugo. I'm still making it through here. All right, I think I'm caught up on everybody. Let's reset things. New Orleans beat Cleveland 35-14. There's 10 seconds left for in Dakota and Montana. Minnesota's exhausted all of their timeouts with 2:25 to go. San Diego is going to get, boy, think outside the box is helping out a lot of contenders tonight. Las Vegas and San Diego getting the boost tonight from the UFL super fan, Michael Percoco, card 64. In the 4th row, vertical, you got it. Let's talk playoffs for a moment. The UFL playoffs will begin Thursday, September 11th. We'll have playoffs Thursday the 11th, Sunday the 14th, Wednesday the 17th, Saturday the 20th, Thursday the 25th, and the championship game is Thursday, October 2nd. From Las Vegas, mark your calendars. That's your ball game in Dakota, 31-7 the final. The Rhinos clobber the Silvertips. Chad Rowland with card 2. Yeah, the 4 corners and the 1 in the middle. You got it. And really, Robert Brady, the main reason is that we've had so many winners tonight that we don't have time left on the broadcast to discuss all of the complete numbers. Congrats to all the winners tonight. Dakota over 500 yards. Let's talk about what this means for the playoff picture. The Dakota Rhinos go to 9-3. They will maintain their second place spot as Randy Parker knocked that one away from Tyler Falk. San Diego trying to keep pace with Dakota at 9-3. They need a win tonight against Milwaukee. Milwaukee is the 4th seed, is on 4th down and 8. Oh, there goes Doug Falk down the sideline. Check that, Tyler Falk all the way to the 42. Well, hold everything. Minnesota may not be done just yet. 403 total yards. If Milwaukee wins, they would go to 7-5, tie Rochester for 3rd place. But if they lose, it would be Motor City, Cincinnati, and Milwaukee all tied at 6-6 atop the Great Lakes Division. New Orleans wins tonight, so they get to 6-6. No huddle for Minnesota. 1:10 to go in the 4th quarter. Then Doug Falk. Oh no, he just threw it right to him. Wow, interception for Randy Parker. His 2nd of the night. And what's done is done in Austin. Doug Falk trying to lead a comeback, and I don't think he even saw him. I think he was trying to hit his boy. And yeah, Randy Parker just flew in from outer space to intercept that football. Austin is going to get up to 6-6. They are going to move into 8th place in the West, beating out Fresno at the moment thanks to their head-to-head victory. Just a half game behind the division leader. Phoenix and Houston and Austin all bunched up. Phoenix and Houston play when we return from break on Wednesday, July 16th. Phoenix has a date with Washington on the road. Houston has a date with Portland on the road. Portland is in the thick of things at 5-6. The West could get extremely interesting at the end of week 13. So after Doug Falk's interception, victory formations happening in Austin. You can catch the final stats of that game on our website at UFL.football later this week, or on the individual live stream in the videos section of VFN. Saeed Gore, you're testing me right at the end of, oh wow, Saeed, that is a crazy card. You only had 8 numbers and you got it. You also had the 1 in the middle. That is a good Hugo, Saeed. Holy smokes. Catching up on everything before we cue the outro here. Wow, what a night. Well, Hugo delivered. The games, I don't know. Did they deliver? Maybe for some of you that had teams win on the field tonight, perhaps. But if you were just a casual viewer tonight, well, I don't know. We had 3 routes, somewhat surprising Let's do it. Your final scores: New Orleans beats Cleveland 35-14. They get their largest margin of victory of the season, drop the Bandits to 3-9, and now Cleveland's got to think about what they want to do with their last 4 games of the season. New Orleans at 6-6. They're right in the thick of it. Minnesota also falls to 3-9. Austin improves to 6-6. The Chippers kept it interesting in the second half, but the Lone Stars win 27-13. And finally, Montana took a 7-0 lead over Dakota, but then didn't score again. Gives up 31 unanswered points and loses to the Dakota Rhinos 31-7 tonight. Boy, you didn't see much of me tonight. We were very busy. It was an active chat. It was an active game, and it was great viewership and a lot of fun here on in Week 13 of the UFL. The playoff race is tightening up, and it is getting very interesting out there. Thanks, everybody, for watching today and all season long. Don't forget, Primetime's coming up next with San Diego and Milwaukee. From Wisconsin, Colin Northrup and Eric Vinson on the call. From all of us at the UFL, I'm UFL co-founder Cameron Irvine. This has been a presentation of the Virtual Football Network. We'll see you back here shortly for Primetime. Clear your cards. All of the ways to win Yugos tonight on Gamenight also apply to Primetime. We'll see you there. Have a great night, everybody.